Yo, people, what is happening? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Stop Lounge. This is episode number 21. And as always, we are your hosts, Jan and Malcolm. How are you, bro?
Episode number 21. You stupid. I'm alright, bro. Thank you very much. I'm okay. I feel like Moses right now with my beard, and I need a bit of a hairdo. I can't wait to go to my barber's on Saturday. I'm in dire need of it. Other
Nah.
than that, I'm doing pretty okay. How are you, bro? You just came back from Slovakia, yeah?
Yeah, before I get into that, just had a haircut.
You Slavic killer, bro.
Yeah,
You became a
Janoslav.
Slavic killer now.
Just
You're a
changed my
Slavic
name.
killer now.
Just changed my name from Jan to Janoslav now. So, gonna need it.
Janoslav.
Actually, before I get into that, just had a haircut today. So, great minds think alike. So, with regards to that,
Yeah, I'm
but
going on
overall,
Saturday,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, think 2 days. I planned it 2 days ahead of you, bro. So, anyhow, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just came back from Slovakia and a fantastic holiday. Probably the best holiday I've been in quite some time. I mean, I've only been to two holidays before getting to Slovakia, so obviously this was going to be my favorite of the bunch. But yeah, I mean, spent around a week there, climbed obviously Risi, the highest mountain in Poland, alongside more challenging hikes around the country. And I've also met with some really great people there, including the tour leaders as well. So very happy and blessed to be spending a week there, just disconnected from everything pretty much, and just seeing nature right in front of my eyes. So really needed that break, but now it's time to reconnect. And now obviously I had to catch up on everything, not just Formula One, but also just every single other thing in my life at the moment. I mean, football
Yeah,
and
but
stuff like that.
you'll get that by time, bro. You're not gonna get that all in one
Yeah,
day.
absolutely, guys.
You'll get
So
that by time.
obviously this episode is out later than usual, and it's because obviously I was abroad. So apologies for this, guys. It's obviously only going to be for this episode.
But listen, actually, we thank God that we're doing it here today on a Thursday because some news just broke out.
Yeah, we're gonna get to.
So it's a blessing in disguise, actually.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it came at the right time actually. And before we get into that, guys, make sure to follow us on our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. As I think for now,
Bro,
where we post our videos and we post our clips, guys. So make sure to follow us on that. Especially if this is your first time listening to this channel, guys, we really appreciate your support by putting a like and a follow and even a share. For Spotify listeners, make sure to hit us with a rating and let us know your thoughts on each poll we publish on every single episode.
yeah.
And with that, let's get into today's episode. Obviously, we have Singapore to talk about, but before we get into that, you just mentioned, bro,
Yeah.
we're releasing this episode as a blessing in disguise because literally just 15 minutes ago, some really sad news broke, unfortunately, and
Which
that
was also expected, though.
which at the same yeah exactly which at the same time is expected because unfortunately Danny Rick is no longer a Racing Bulls driver. He There were many rumors that he would be sacked after the Singapore Grand Prix if he would have unperformed, if he would have underperformed in that race. And unfortunately, that news turned out to be true. He has officially left Racing Bulls with immediate effect. In his replacement is Liam Lawson. Bro, your thoughts? Sad news, but to be honest, it was bound to happen. I mean, he's been underperforming throughout not just this season, but also last season. I mean, his teammate Yuki Tsunoda has got the better of him in pretty much almost every single race. Yeah, sad.
Like, bro, that was the talk of the weekend. That was the talk of the weekend. Not even Norris and Verstappen. The talk of the weekend, of the race weekend, was of Daniel Ricciardo and about his future. And everyone was saying, everyone, the media, everyone was saying that they were thinking that Daniel Ricciardo, this is going to be his last race weekend. And it actually was. Now, it was expected. It was expected. But I think they've mistreated him. I believe the team mistreated him. And moreover, the media mistreated him. How did they turn on Daniel Ricciardo, bro? It's like they treated him as some sort of a villain. And to me, that's kind of messed up. To me, that's very messed up to treat Daniel Ricciardo, a person like that, who always brought positivity. Yes, he had a bit of a how do you call it, a terrible time as of late
Yeah,
in the sport, but he always brought positivity, always with a smile. That doesn't bring you points. That doesn't give you talent. True, very true. But still, that's not the way to treat a person. He's still a human being, not just a driver. So, in my opinion, all the best to Danny Rick. I hope he finds his feet somewhere else, and I hope that he thrives wherever he goes. He could try maybe IndyCar. I think he would go very well in somewhere
that
like
could be a
IndyCar.
possibility, to be honest.
If I'm Danny Rick, I would go to IndyCar, try IndyCar. I'm sure that IndyCar would absolutely love to have him, but it was bound to happen, unfortunately. All the best to Danny Rick, all the best to him, and in my opinion, the team mistreated him, but more so, the media seems as if they turned on
Yes,
him, bro, and that's
I
messed up.
agree. And that is unfortunately our second mid-season change with regards to the drivers. The first was obviously Logan Sargent. His replacement is Liam Lawson for the final 6 races of the season. Now, Liam Lawson had already auditioned last in the past few
They
seasons.
should have given Liam Lawson that seat
Yes,
from his
I
performances
agree.
last season,
Um,
but they chose Danny Rick out of preference.
I think
And now
because
the
he was a fan
same.
favorite as well.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite, and they chose him out of preference. When in reality, that should have been Liam Lawson's seat from the get-go.
Yeah, straight away. I agree 100%. And I wouldn't be surprised if Liam Lawson takes the seat full time next season, especially if he starts if he starts outperforming Yuki Tsunoda. He does have a lot of races to show that, so he needs to show it straight off the
He
bat
doesn't. He
when we
doesn't have
return
to
to
out.
Austin.
I don't think he has to perform. He has to outperform Yuki just to be on par with him.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think he has to. I
I
don't think he
think
has to.
I think what Racing Bulls need at the moment is both drivers having that same competitive edgeness between the two drivers. Because I think what we've seen this season so far is Yuki Tsunoda acting as like the main man in charge of the team. But as of late, Yuki has been not performing as well. He's been outside the top 10 for quite some time now. So I think Liam Lawson could be that breath of fresh air that Racing Bulls need. But at the
So is
same
he? So
time,
is really Liam Lawson? Sorry to interrupt, but is
yeah, no
Liam
worries.
Lawson, you reckon, is coming in at some kind of the perfect time? Is
I
he?
wouldn't say
With
perfect
the
time. I
out-
would.
with the out of form Yuki and replacing Danny Rick,
Mm,
and Liam Lawson is hungry to prove a point, no doubt.
no, absolutely. I
He is
agree.
hungry. He is hungry to prove a point. So I think it's a good time for him to join the team. It's a very good time for him to join the team with Yuki out of form. But listen, we say out of form. You're only as good. You're only as bad as your last race. In reality, because
Definitely.
here in Formula One, there's no such thing as form. This is not football. In reality, there's no
No,
such thing as form.
no, absolutely. Um, to give my thoughts on Danny Rick. Listen, I'm very upset. Listen, as much as I'm upset with this, unfortunately, it was coming, man. I mean, Danny Rick, even when he was with McLaren, he was underperforming. Yes, he won a race, but for the most part, his time with us was below par, and unfortunately, he just didn't seem to recover after that. Even his second stint with Racing Bulls, unfortunately,
I think
hasn't
every.
turned
I
out.
think. I
It
think. I
wasn't be.
think everything started going downhill when he made the move from Red Bull to Renault.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
think it
reckon
was.
that's when he started.
I think he was also unlucky because with what happened with Cyril as well.
Yeah, with Cyril, because he had a pretty good connection with Cyril. Yeah,
Yeah,
with the then team principal of Renault. And Renault were on the trajectory at the time.
yeah.
So I don't blame him. And at the time as well for Danny Rick, he just wanted to get out the Max Verstappen shadow, which I don't blame him for.
And listen,
And
I'm also yeah,
Renault was kind of a viable option at the
yeah,
time, but it didn't
yeah.
work out. And from them, it was sort of like a domino effect for him, unfortunately.
And listen, it's sad to see a driver like him just struggling so much because at that point when he was at Red Bull, I literally thought that this guy could have been a future Formula One world champion. And unfortunately, it's just a case of missed potential with Danny Rick. Yes, he won 8 races throughout his time, but I wanted this guy to get maybe a couple more wins
After after
at the
after
very least.
after Sebastian Vettel, he was the guy. After
Yeah,
Sebastian Vettel. But then Max Verstappen came.
and the rest is history, pretty much.
Like,
Um,
I don't need to continue on that.
Listen, Danny Rick is going to be missed in Formula One. His positivity and the energy he brings with his character is going to be missed big time. I mean, he's a fan favorite for a good reason. So, but at the same time, results are the business in Formula One, and we're seeing more ruthless decisions being taken with the teams, and especially if you are in a Red Bull owned team, expect ruthless decisions to be taken. I mean, I'm still surprised that nothing has been done with Checo at the moment, but that's a discussion for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, sad to see Danny Rick go, but unfortunately, it was coming. Unfortunately, it was coming. He's been outperformed by Yuki throughout the season, pretty much, except for a couple of races. And now Liam Lawson takes the hand now. I mean, now it's up to him to see if he wants to take if he wants to take that second Red Bull seat to partner with Yuki Tsunoda next season, and we'll just wish Liam Lawson for the best. I think he
All
has
the
the
best.
potential. He has the potential to show that. And yeah, now that leaves just Sauber now for next season. Apparently, Valtteri Bottas still remains the favorite to take the seat, but again, we need to find out for what happens in the next couple of weeks. So let's
Yeah.
hope for that.
All the best to
Um,
Danny Rickman. All the best to
the
to the buzzer.
second, exactly. The second piece of news is within is yet again with Red Bull, and Red Bull have another departure, and that is their sporting director Will Courtney, because he is set he is set to switch to McLaren as for next season. Will Courtney will leave Red Bull after 2 decades. He has been with them since they were Jaguar pretty much before obviously the energy drinks company bought the team. And that pretty much is more strength. That's pretty much for McLaren now. More weapons and powerful weapons in their disposal now. I mean, especially with how our season is
More
going at
guns
the
in the, more
moment,
more guns in their holster.
more
Should we
guns in
say?
their holster and more powerful guns because there's not only Andrea Stella in there.
Blah, blah.
Randeep Singh now is in the team as well, and that for Red Bull, that's another big name out of the door. I mean, right now, I mean, it's not a great time to be a Red Bull fan at the moment, bro, is it?
No, not at all, not at all. Listen, I never liked Red Bull to begin with, so I never wanted to be a fan. No hate towards their fans or no hate towards Max
No,
Verstappen fans, absolutely. I actually like Max Verstappen, and I actually now like him even more as I just found out that he's actually a Manchester United fan. So I can't hate the guy.
no, obviously,
So
obviously.
I can't hate the guy
Now,
because he supports us. He's with us,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
He's
exactly,
with us. He's with
exactly.
you and me.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't hate the
exactly.
dude.
No,
So,
you can't.
no. But all jokes aside, listen. Another key figure gone, bro. Another key
In
figure
less
from
than a
Red Bull
year.
gone.
In less than a year.
That's three. That's the second, third man them
Third,
now.
third,
Third
third,
man them. Third man them. Three down.
third. Jonathan Weekly and Adrian Newey were the first two. Now he's
And
the
this is
third guy.
third. Who? Christian Horner has to be next.
I mean, I would be surprised if it's not
Christian
him out
Christian
of the door.
Horner has to be next. And after Horner is gonna be Verstappen, bro.
Yeah,
And
I presume it's gonna be that.
I think that's how it's gonna be. But I think Verstappen is not gonna join another team. I think he might retire from the sport, bro.
Retire? No, I
Yeah.
disagree, bro.
Listen. He stated it. He stated it multiple times that if he could retire, he could retire. He did what he had to do. He won at least a championship. To him, that's enough.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
for that, I don't blame him. Listen, I can't say what a man wishes, wants, and should achieve.
no,
I can't do that.
absolutely,
I
absolutely,
can't do
no,
that. If he
I
believes
agree,
that by winning one championship to him that's more than enough, I clap him
absolutely.
off, bro.
No, but going back to Will Courtney now, Will Courtney in some respite for Red Bull, he will stay with the team until mid 2025. So he's set to stay on until mid 2026. Sorry, I had a bit of a correction there. So Will Courtney will be joining McLaren from the middle of the
Oh, pardon me.
2026 season. And obviously, I said that Red Bull, it's not a great time to be a Red Bull fan because at the moment there has been they need a total restructure of the team. Um, Giampiero Lambiasi is now the head of racing, obviously replacing Adrian Newey now within the role. Obviously, Giampiero Lambiasi is Verstappen's race engineer, and curious to see who is going to be the next one leaving. If it's, I mean, Lambiasi is going to be impossible.
I reckon it's Horner, bro.
My bet is on him as well.
I reckon
But
it's Horner next.
yeah, another big figure, another senior figure, from the Red Bull team out the door.
I don't think they have a chance. They're still in the chance mathematically for the constructors championship,
Hmm.
but with how things are, I think McLaren got the constructors championship on lock now.
I wouldn't say on lock because we still have
I'd
a
say
couple of
on lock,
races
bro. I
left. I mean,
Yes, every race has a story. You're only as good as your last race, but with how things are, bro,
yeah,
I think McLaren got the constructors championship in the bag.
it would be amazing.
Listen, bro. It's McLaren's to lose at the first place.
Yeah,
It's
definitely. I mean,
McLaren's to lose, and to me, maybe for Lando to. We'll get to that. We'll get to that actually, but
yeah,
I reckon you got the constructors at least in the bag with how things are.
I disagree because again if we're speaking about Max Verstappen, he could literally do a bomba literally in the next couple of races. So I mean, I can never rule Red Bull out at the moment because we still have 6 races to go. If
Definitely.
this,
Yeah, but
if
listen, they got Perez.
again, yeah, but we'll get to that later on, bro. So
So
yeah, just to wrap up on this, another senior figure lost from Red Bull, but with regards to my team, McLaren, more strength in our firepower, man, and I'm
more
really really
jubilation.
and I'm really really excited about this transition that we're having at the moment. It's a beautiful transition, and long may it fucking continue, bro. That's all I can say about that. And with that, let's get into Singapore. Bro, I remember this track making its debut into Formula One back in the day. So,
Back in
and
was it 07, 08?
I
Was
think
it?
it was oh 07, I think,
Was it
back in oh
07? Well,
07.
probably 07.
The infamous turn, yeah,
The
yeah,
two
yeah,
two
yeah.
seasons, I
Two
believe.
seasons, I think 2 seasons. I think after just two seasons.
About 2 seasons, and
Yeah,
now with the recent adjustments they made, they removed they put like back straight before the start finish straight.
yeah,
That is a nice addition. I prefer that much more than how it was prior.
definitely, definitely.
At least it made me like the Singapore track a bit more.
Yeah, and your thoughts on the track, bro? You don't seem to love it that much, eh? I mean, I love the aesthetic of it because it's a street circuit, it's a night
And as
race,
a night
so
and
it brings a bit of the flashy aspect
to
of the track.
aside,
But
aside, it deserves a place in.
no, not one of my favorites, though. I have to agree as well.
It's alright. It's alright. With the recent adjustment they've made from last season, even better. And to me, Singapore deserves a spot. One of the very few circuits that deserves a spot on the calendar, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And over the past few years, I mean, we've had some really. I mean, it had its fair share of dull races, but at the same time, the one race I've remembered, I've always remembered from this thing from this race was the Renault scandal, basically
Yeah,
back in
the
'09. I mean,
the
of
Flavio
Nelson Piquet
Piratori. We
deliberately
spoke on
crashing.
we spoke on this. We spoke
Yeah,
on this, didn't we? When Flavio
definitely.
Piratori came back
Yeah,
because of the Renault
definitely.
scandal and how it
Yeah,
was and how it came about. Yeah.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
the one I remember the most, my fondest memory has to be last year's Grand Prix, bro, on Singapore.
Yeah, that was obviously
That has to be my
the.
fondest. The smooth operation by Carlos Sainz, that was crazy, bro.
And I
That
had
has to be
missed
my
that
favorite
race
moment
because
of Singapore.
I actually missed that race because I was abroad in Manchester when I went to when I went to watch United basically. So
Yeah, yeah, we
how
got,
ironic
we got.
that is I've missed out last year's race, and I've also missed I also didn't watch the race live this year as well because I was abroad in Slovakia. So obviously, guys, I was abroad during this race, so I had to watch it all. I had to watch it pre-recorded afterwards as soon as I returned back from the flight, pretty much. So I had missed out most of the race. But bro, honestly, I'm looking at the highlights and I'm looking at the race. It wasn't a
Not
great
much.
race, to be completely honest.
Nah,
Obviously, my
nah, bro,
team
not much.
was a different story. But compared to the last few races where there has been a lot going on, this was not one of the best ones. I mean,
Nah,
a couple of overtakes there and there,
you expect
but
them, but the best moment came in the first lap.
and that's pretty much it. Yeah,
The best moment came in the first lap,
it was
in my
really
opinion.
and going back to Carlos Sainz as well. I mean, that he was like the only driver last year to prevent Red Bull from having a perfect season, pretty much. I
Yeah.
mean, and
But listen, going into that race, the all the talk that going into that race weekend, I remember, is that Red Bull were going to struggle, and they did actually, because they
yeah,
none of them, both Verstappen and Perez, were did qualify to Q3.
yeah,
So that was
absolutely.
all the talk. So it was kind of expected that they were going to struggle. They
I mean,
tried
they've been,
to make amends about it that race weekend in the race, but they couldn't. In fact,
yeah,
it was a top three of Sainz, Norris, and Hamilton.
yeah, absolutely. So, but last year obviously is a different story to this season, bro, ain't it? I mean,
Definitely.
um, bro, before we get into qualifying, we did see a couple of teams revealing one-off liveries for this race, and those teams are Racing Bulls, Mercedes, and McLaren. We're gonna start with Racing Bulls, bro. Racing Bulls revealed a denim-inspired livery. Um,
It's a
nice
nice
touch.
touch.
Nice touch.
It's a nice touch. It's original. It's very original. I never seen that honestly.
Not not a fan of maybe being alongside the dark blue, to be honest. But
I prefer the Miami
yeah,
Miami special livery than this. But this one is original. I give him points for
yeah,
that because
definitely.
I never seen that on a Formula One car. I reckon. I think so. Did we ever
Yeah.
see a denim jeans one? I don't think so.
No, no, we haven't had a lot of we didn't have a lot of denim liveries, to be honest. No.
We had no jeans on no car. So I don't think.
Um,
I might be wrong, bro. I don't know.
no, no, it's not really in my mind at the moment. But
But it's
yeah,
original. It's original. I give him points for that. It's not
yeah,
the
nice
worst,
touch.
but it's nice. I'll give him that. It's
Um,
original.
Mercedes also was one of those teams that put up a one-off livery, and or should I say, copying Aston Martin, because their livery is exactly like the Aston Martin livery, bro. I mean, shades
Bro,
of green
in the front,
replacing the
bro.
silver colors. Not a fan, bro. To be completely honest.
As I was watching the race, I thought it was Alonso, but it actually brought the board and it said either Lewis Hamilton or George Russell.
Yeah, absolutely. I
When the
mean,
camera came in front of the car, I thought it was an Aston Martin.
I mean
I
those.
thought it was an Aston Martin
I,
at
I,
first.
I kind of feel sorry for those who are colorblind,
Yeah.
bro, because I legitimately thought those were the Aston Martins at the front of the grid, and not the Mercedes. But um, listen, if this was like a bit of their traditional colors, I would have given some points. But overall, it looks very very similar to the Aston Martin one. So I can't really give any points to that. McLaren, however, really like their livery, bro. I mean, it's a note to the past, with their reborn livery, and obviously they went with their traditional orange colors, and replacing the carbon livery is a white livery, bro. And I really
Yeah.
really like this touch. I mean, really gives a bit that note to the past kind of thing, if that's the word for
Pardon
it.
me.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
Pardon me, bro.
I'm tired as well, bro, so don't worry. I don't know your thoughts on this, bro. I
Yeah, it
really,
is
really am
nice.
a fan of
I
this.
like
It's a
it. I
nice
really
touch.
like it. I think they brought it back. They brought this. Did they bring out this livery before? Or am I tripping?
They did have
Or similar. Or similar.
not this livery, bro, but but they,
Because
they
I
they
believe
obviously did.
they brought out something similar at last year's Monaco Grand Prix, I believe.
Yeah, I believe, but the
Could be the case.
the the
But
the, the
listen, I
Monaco one
like it
was
though.
different.
But listen, I like it though. I'm a fan of it. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, same here, same here.
I like it.
For me, I think it's not the best one of the season so far. I think that
I
belongs
think
to,
our
to
best
one
one
of
is
us.
this year's Monaco.
Yeah, the Monaco one. I was actually gonna get to that,
That's
bro.
it. That livery was
Um,
crazy, bro. That
yes,
livery
but
was
those are pretty much the
nuts.
teams that revealed their liveries. And now we get into qualifying and the race as per usual, guys. Now, obviously, bro, the talk of the town was obviously not just Danny Rick, But also the question is, would where McLaren were able to make a statement and withstand the pressure, and the answer to that is an emphatic yes, bro. They showed it straight away from qualifying.
That was an easy answer.
They showed it from qualifying straight away, and obviously the pressure was on Red Bull. But before we get into those teams, bro, as per usual, we're gonna start with the teams that got knocked out of Q1, and then we work our way into Q2 and Q3. Into Q1, the same drive. Obviously, the two Saubers, Joe Guanyu and Valtteri Bottas in 19. No surprises there. Expected how those Saubers are performing this season, and I think we're not gonna see any improvements with those Saubers. My cat is shouting like an absolute maniac in the background there. Sorry, guys. Um,
Give him
Pierre
some
Gas.
food, bro. He's hungry.
He already ate a lot, bro. He already ate a lot. No, he already ate a lot. So in regards to that, Pierre Gasly in 18th, Lance Stroll in 17th, and Danny Rick in 16th. Pierre Gasly again with Alpine. It's just one step
Actually,
forward and three steps backwards, bro.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. But I was more shocked with Lance Stroll. I mean, I'm
yeah,
not actually shocked with him, but I expected more from him, especially where Alonso was.
I'm not entirely shocked to be honest that Lance Stroll got knocked out in Q1 because because
Let's
we
say,
we got what
uh,
we're getting what we expected to get with Lance Stroll at this point in time, bro.
yeah, but another step backwards for Gasly for sure.
Yeah,
But I think it depends from track to track. It depends from
yeah.
track to track.
The tracks make a difference, bro. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Um, Danny Rick in 16th. We obviously said that the pressure was on him this weekend, but unfortunately, the pressure got him straight away from qualifying.
Yeah.
16th, not good enough, bro. Unfortunately,
Sadly, man.
it's sad news with that. Into Q2.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry.
Um,
This acid reflux is killing me, bro. I'm on
yeah,
Malox right.
you're having a really
I'm
powerful acid reflux, bro.
I'm on Malox right now. You see this right here? I'm on
Yeah,
this right now, man.
I mean, we're
Acid
into that
reflux killing me.
into the fall season, bro, at the moment. So kind of expected for that. Into Q2, we did see what we had one surprise, or should we say a surprise? Because I mean, you can pretty much guess who that driver is going to be, guys. Esteban Ocon in 15 with the Alpine again, expected where he was going to end up. Kevin Magnussen in 14th, the best you could have managed with that Haas. Completely I mean, compared to how his teammate performed, disappointing for him. That surprise was Sergio Perez again with Checo in 13th.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Bro, I mean, honestly, I have nothing else to say with Sergio Perez at this stage. I mean, he's just continuing to
Bro,
flounder under pressure.
Sergio Perez one-handed you the Constructors' Championship. One-handed you lot the Constructors' Championship. I dare you to say no.
He is,
I dare you to
listen,
say no.
he is single-handedly put us in the top of the constructor standings, and not just that, but even also inviting the pressure on Ferrari as well. I mean, the drop in form that this driver is having is astonishing, bro. I mean, and he's continuing to show it
I believe they still
race
did.
Grand Prix after Grand Prix, bro.
They still did a mistake by offering him a multi-year deal, a
I'm
two-year deal.
I'm I'm astonished. I'm amazed that he's been given another chance, because if this was early on in the season,
At
he would have
least a
been out the
year.
door straight away, bro. He would have been
At
out
least
the
a
door
year.
straight away.
Wasn't his contract before the season break, the summer break, that if he's 100 points behind Verstappen, they would get rid of him?
I'm not,
Wasn't that on his contract or not?
yeah, that was on his contract. I mean, according to obviously rumors, because obviously
Always,
the
always.
rumors weren't true. But I'm amazed. I'm actually amazed that he's still there, bro. Honestly.
I don't know. Maybe he has nude pics of Christian Horner or vice versa.
No, that's not.
Maybe he listen.
No,
Listen, bro. Maybe they doing a maybe he
let's
doing a
not go
Diddy.
too far. Let's not go too far on that.
Maybe he doing a Diddy. He put a baby all on Horner.
Yeah.
Maybe he doing a
maybe,
Diddy.
maybe,
Maybe he doing a
maybe,
Diddy, bro. We don't know that.
maybe went that regard. But anyhow, that's Sergio Perez in 13th. The two Williams, with Alex Albon in 11th and Franco Colapinto in 12th. Listen, they may have finished up. They may have started outside the top 10, but this is progression from Williams. I mean,
Especially Colapinto, bro. He's been wilding.
yeah, man, he is. Um,
Colapinto has been going crazy. He is
listen,
exceeding
he's a,
expectations.
he's living, he is living up to, he is thriving under pressure, bro. At this point in time, I mean, he's making a, he's literally
Even,
making a
even, even,
statement.
even, even, I just remember this.
Uh
Even
huh.
at one point in the race, Perez was trying to pass Colapinto, was trying to
Yeah.
overtake him, and he said he's difficult to overtake. He's good.
Listen, I mean, I would be surprised if he doesn't get a seat next season
And
at Sauber.
and
I
and to
would have
get
honestly,
and to get that, listen, we just mentioned Perez, and maybe he doing some Diddy stuff with we're
yeah,
jokingly saying that he's doing some Diddy stuff with Horner, but listen, let's not forget that Perez is a seasoned veteran in the sport.
yeah,
So to get that kind of compliment, so for Colapinto, sorry, for Colapinto to get that kind of compliment from someone like Perez, he got to be good, and he is.
yeah,
He
he
has shown.
is. He's shown it right from the bat. And listen, he's on. It's unfortunate that there's only the Sauber seat left, potentially racing bulls if Liam Lawson doesn't perform in these last 6 races. But I think Liam Lawson, I think it's bound that he would drive for racing bulls next season. But listen, Colapinto in just 3 races, in just 3 Grand Prix, sorry, he's excelled. He's really excelled so far, man. And
To say he just out to say he only outshone Logan Sargent is an
yeah,
understatement.
yeah, definitely. He's already outperformed Logan Sarge. I mean, at this point,
But just that is an understatement.
yeah,
Just that is unjustified because he's done more over and above that.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, but with Williams, great stuff for them to start from 11 and 12. On the other hand, bro, Ferrari, what happened?
Ah man, it was
What happened?
so unlucky, bro. Like Sainz was starting his what you call it, his flying lap, and
Yeah.
as he was turning the corner, I don't know if it was dirty air from the car in front of him, but as Sainz was going to turn, he crashed into the same barrier that Lance Stroll crashed into last year.
Ah,
The car just gave away from the rear, and he crashed and he crashed. He
it's
couldn't get
just
out, and he
it's
had
just
to
a natural
retire.
error. It's just a natural
Yeah,
error.
yeah, it was so crazy. And Leclerc, bro, on his last flying lap in quali, his lap time got deleted.
Ah, unlucky.
Yeah, so
Very,
unlucky,
very.
man. Super
And
unlucky.
listen,
And
for
that practically hindered the race for Ferrari for us.
yeah, listen, because ninth and 10th for them, that's not where you want to be honest. So
I didn't expect us to get pole because Lando Norris and McLaren were on a whole nother planet.
yeah,
But I expected at least a 3, 4th, 5th place finish in quali. I
especially
expected that.
since you won last year as well. I expect a bit more from Ferrari.
But things are different now, bro, than
Yeah,
last year.
definitely. No, definitely. Yuki Tsunoda in eighth. Again, another case of Yuki outperforming his teammate yet again. Really back to a strong form early on in the season with a top 10 start and eighth place, especially starting ahead of the two Ferraris. That is a boost of confidence for Yuki.
Absolutely.
Fernando Alonso in seventh, bro. You said it when we were talking about Lance Stroll starting 10 places ahead of his teammate. Um, it just shows who you are as a caliber of a driver like Fernando Alonso. At this stage. So yeah, I thought a seventh place start for Fernando Alonso as the best he could have managed, and it's also a good place to start for the Singapore Grand Prix. Even better, Nico Hulkenberg, Mr. Saturday. I'm gonna call him, bro, because
Yeah, bro. Yeah, absolutely. And listen,
yeah,
he started in P6. He had a pretty good start in the race. He had a pretty good
definitely.
start in the race as well. Just to add to that.
Yeah, definitely. And the top five: Oscar Piastri in third, the two Mercedeses of George Russell and Lewis Hamilton in third, Max Verstappen in second, and Lando Norris, the man of the moment right now, bro. Once again in pole position. To start, Oscar Piastri. Um,
From no race wins to 3 race
two,
wins in
two,
a
two,
year.
two, three in the bounce, pretty much, bro. Just all happening in one season.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, for Lando Norris, fantastic, bro. 129.525. He's show. I mean, Lando all weekend he showed straight away. that he was the man to beat. And once again in qualifying, he showed a fantastic lap time, bro. Pole position yet again. He's just going from strength to strength at the moment, bro. Not just him, the entire team. Yes, Oscar Piastri starting in fifth, not exactly where he wanted to start. Maybe he would have loved to start in the top three, to start ahead of those two Mercedes drivers, bro. But no complaints for McLaren, bro. What do you think?
Absolutely. Not at all. Lando Norris was just on another planet this weekend. He was
Yeah,
on another
absolutely.
planet. McLaren with another brilliant strategy again,
Yeah,
which
with
is which
qualifying,
was
yeah. Uh,
so not just qualifying but also in the race. They had a great strategy to even propel Piastri into the top three, and
yeah,
it was great for
definitely.
McLaren. It was another great weekend for them. For
And
you,
listen,
man.
I mean, we might as well head into the race straight away, bro. Um, uh, Not much talk about, bro, ain't it? I mean, what you
Not
want to
really.
tell us? You want to tell us how you want to tell us the start and pretty much how that unfolded
The start,
since you
I
started.
mean, the start, it was okay. There were no crashes. Luckily, there were no crashes. The best part about the start was Colapinto dive bombing,
Yeah,
doing a dive bomb, and Alex Albon saying, "What was he doing?" And no complaints from anyone else. Alex Albon was complaining his own teammate, like, "Oh, he's dive bombing. What's he doing?" But we all applauded that. Even probably F1 divers themselves. It's like he was playing F1 24. So that was a great dive bomb by Colapinto. As
yeah,
long as he
definitely.
made the corner, overtook cars, and didn't crash, great
Yeah,
overtake. No
definitely
complaints. And to me, the Colapinto dive bomb in lap one
was the
was
highlight.
probably, to me, is the highlight of the race.
Look, because I was looking at the race again. Yes, there were a couple of overtakes then and then. Yes, there was some interesting battles going on, but maybe at the lower ends of the grid. But other than that, not an eventful race, bro. And we
Maybe
said that.
maybe another highlight was when Lando Norris locked up and was gonna crash the car into the barrier.
Yeah, and speaking of that, actually, Lando Norris
Is it
had
really?
yeah, Lando had a couple of close calls during this. On lap 29, he nearly crashed into the barriers, and only by just in it because he made a bit of a small error. And on lap 46, he also had another near hit in one of the barriers. But other than that, bro, total and utter domination from Lando Norris. I mean, he led from lap one all the way to the end of the race. He literally this was peak Max Verstappen performance, pretty much.
Yeah,
22
absolutely.
seconds, 22 seconds ahead, and he was untroubled throughout the entire race. His pit stops were at the right moment. He was setting the pace was absolutely perfect throughout the race, and he was untroubled. He ended up winning the entire race at the end, and I said, bro, he was going from strength to strength. And once again, he has showed it straight away. I mean, I said that the pressure is now on us to perform for the remainder of the last few races of the season. And once again, we have showed it.
Yeah.
Complete domination, bro. I mean that's one word. That's one word to
That performance
describe it pretty much.
that Lando Norris performance felt like Max Verstappen from yesteryear.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're getting back to my points, bro. Your thoughts, quick.
I mean, on what though? On what?
Orlando, bro. Orlando and McLaren, pretty much. I mean,
What is there to say about them, bro? I mean,
yeah,
they've shown that they're the only team that has really they've really taken the fight to Red Bull. Not even Ferrari could do it. I mean, Ferrari were doing it,
yeah.
but they fucked it up themselves. Sorry for swearing, but they messed it up themselves.
No,
Back in
absolutely,
2022, like Matteo Binotto, Charles Leclerc, the team,
definitely,
Ferrari should have done what McLaren are doing now back in 2022.
definitely.
So
And
at least
listen,
McLaren are the only team that have taken the fight to Red Bull, and they're beating them.
beat
They
them.
are they are whooping their ass.
We're whooping their asses, bro. I mean,
You are
20.
whooping their asses. The Rock
We
settings.
literally Lando won the race by almost 21 seconds, bro. I mean
21,
that is I mean how ironic 21 seconds and episode 21
21,
just jinx it.
21.
But anyhow, back to Lando. Just impressive stuff, man. And listen, we said that the constructors is for ours to lose, but that gap between Max and Lando, it's decreasing every single race, bro. It's
Yeah,
decreasing every single race. But
it is.
Max finished in second, but he got the fastest lap of the race because Danny Rick did one for the team pretty much, bro, towards the last lap, and
Yeah,
he and
he
Danny
put.
Rick ended up getting driver of the day as a result.
Yeah, he got driver of the day for the reason of being that it was everyone knew that was going to be his last race. That was the biggest talk of the race weekend, just like I said.
Yeah,
That not Lando Norris and Max Verstappen, McLaren, Red Bull. It was Daniel Rick.
yeah, and
Listen,
unfortunately,
same.
yeah,
Pardon me. Same what happened to Kimi Raikkonen in his last race. They
yeah.
gave him the driver of the day.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, just to jump quick on Danny Rick. There were a lot of rumors that this was going to be Danny Rick's final race, and unfortunately, that news turned out to be true, guys. We said earlier on the episode that he has now left the team, and unfortunately for Danny Rick, he hasn't gone out on a high. I mean, he was at the back of the grid throughout the entire race,
Yeah.
and this is a bittersweet swan song for Danny Rick.
Yeah.
He finished in 18th,
18th.
pretty much at the back of the grid because
Last place, bro, because
Yeah,
both
Albon and
Albon and Magnussen
Magnussen,
retired.
yeah, because Albon and Magnussen retired from the race. They were the only cars retired from the race. And unfortunately for Danny Rick, yeah, that's the end of his Formula One career. Wish him all the best, obviously, and we'll see where he's gonna end up at where his next career move is gonna be. Jumping on Max Verstappen very quick, bro. The runners up spot. He would be gutted because he lost just was nowhere near nowhere near Lando's McLaren, bro. He
He
finished
was
way
he was
behind.
both he was nowhere near, but listen, he was pulling off some pretty impressive lap times.
Yeah, definitely.
He was pulling some pretty impressive lap times. And listen, yes, it's easier to give Lando Norris driver of the day, but I actually want to give Verstappen driver of the day, bro.
Yeah, he's a decent shout because
I would like
for
to give
what
him driver
for
of the day.
yeah, I actually that is a decent shout because despite the circumstances of how he's performing, of how the car is performing at the moment, he did the best he could have hoped for
Yeah.
with that
To
car.
still
So
finish with everything that's happened, and he's finished second, and he was pulling pretty impressive lap times in his final stint. I'm gonna give Verstappen driver of the day, bro. He's my driver
uh,
of the day for me.
no, my driver of the day is Lando Norris,
Of
100%,
course,
completely dominant.
you're so predictable.
No,
You're
man, not
so biased,
predictable,
bro.
but
You're so
he's
biased,
only
bro.
listen,
You're
nah,
biased,
bro,
bro. Nah, you're biased.
nah,
You're biased,
man.
bro.
Listen, he's my only pick, bro. He's my only pick. He won the race completely trouble free. I can be as biased as I want, bro. But he is gonna be my pick. He is going to be my pick, bro. I don't give a fuck. He is my
No,
driver
no,
of the
you're
day.
biased. You're biased, bro.
I don't give a flying fuck, man. He is gonna be my pick. He is gonna be my pick. Anyhow, let's get this to the top 10 very quickly, bro. Oscar Piastri in third. Listen, it's not just a great weekend for Lando Norris, but it's just a it's just a beautiful weekend for the entire team, bro. First
Yeah,
and third,
just
both
like I said with the
drivers,
strategy, they pulled off a great strategy. They did pull off a great strategy.
both drivers in the top three. What more could you ask for, man? What more could you fucking ask for, man? Winner with Lando Norris and third place with Oscar Piastri. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
George Russell in fourth and Charles Leclerc in fifth. Um, Russell, that's pretty much where he started
Listen,
in the race.
fun fact. This is the
Yeah.
first time George Russell scored points in Singapore in his career.
I had no idea about that actually.
In 2019, he was when he was still with Williams, he got DNF'd, I believe.
Yeah.
2020 didn't happen. 2021 didn't happen. 22, yes, 22, he finished outside the points. 23 DNF, and this race he finished in the points.
Finally got some luck with this track then.
A bit of a fun fact.
Yeah. But for Charles Leclerc, bro, good recovery from where he started.
Okay, okay.
But you don't seem too pleased, eh?
In that first stint, he was stuck behind Alonso, couldn't get past Alonso.
Ah,
Couldn't get past Alonso in that first stint. And listen, we all know Alonso's the Ministry of Defense.
yeah, he is.
He is the Ministry of Defense. But even though
Two-time
he's the
world
Ministry of
champion.
Defense, even though he's the Ministry of Defense, he wasn't still anywhere near to really make an overtake on Alonso. So in reality, the pace wasn't there.
he just seems to
He
he
was getting
just seemed to
frustrated as
struggle
well.
throughout the race, man. Yeah,
And even to me, the strategy, they brought him very late on for the second stint on the hards, in
yeah,
my opinion.
yeah.
I believe they should. We
Got
didn't
you.
try. Ferrari didn't even try to do the undercut, which is crazy.
No,
I don't know why didn't they try to do the undercut. Everyone was doing the undercut. Why not Ferrari? When we really needed it more. And
I
we've got
played it
nothing
a
to
little bit
lose.
too
We
safe.
should. We should. You're right. We should
Yeah,
have. And we've got nothing to lose, really. So why not
yeah,
take the risk? Why not?
yeah. Because you got both drivers in the top 10, but at the same time, I think it could have been a bit better for them because listen, fifth and seventh, yes, a few points in the bag. That's 16 points, but I think I expected a little bit more for them. And
Yeah.
if I'm being completely honest, sandwich between those two Ferraris was Hamilton in sixth. I think even he would be a little bit disappointed, bro, because he started in the top five,
Yeah.
and to finish outside of those places, disappointing for him.
Yeah, it was.
Um,
It sucked.
fourth round to
He was.
Alonso and Nico.
He was
Yeah,
complaining a bit though. He was complaining a bit about the
yeah.
strategy.
He was. I mean, no. I mean, listen, no surprise for Hamilton. I mean,
Listen, listen.
he's the
Hey,
ultimate
bro.
drama queen in Formula
Hey,
One.
hey.
So let's get that out of the way.
He complaining now. Wait till he gets into that Ferrari next year.
Yeah,
It's gonna be desperate.
can't
It's gonna
fucking
be.
wait.
It's gonna be desperate housewives in that bitch.
Can't wait
It's
for
gonna be
that.
desperate housewives in that bitch. I
Um,
swear to God.
yeah, absolutely. And as Pep says, we will be there. We will be there. We will be there. We will be there. Um, Fourth round to Alonso and Nico Hulkenberg, bro. Decent, great weekends for them. Eighth and ninth, especially Nico Hulkenberg. Yes, he lost a couple of places from where he started, but that's a few points for them for both drivers in the back. But for Sergio Perez, bro, I mean, 10th place, just again. I mean,
At least he got a
once
point.
again, 1 point is nothing,
At
bro,
least,
for a Red
I
Bull
know,
driver. Let's be honest here.
I know that, but at least for him, he got a point. I mean,
But yeah, that
nah,
is
nah. But listen, listen.
that's poor stuff.
All jokes aside. Listen, he didn't have the best of races neither. He was stuck at one point behind Franco Colapinto. I just stated this before. I just stated this earlier, that he couldn't get past Colapinto, and he was really praising Colapinto. He couldn't get past him, and Colapinto's in a Williams.
Yeah,
I
and
believe it
this
was on the first stint. I
Yeah,
believe.
exactly. And listen,
I don't can't remember.
shout out to Colapinto. Yes, he finished outside the points, and he only finished just outside the points. This was another decent showing for him.
Absolutely.
And as we said before, he's delivered. I mean, he's been delivering tenfold so far
Yeah.
throughout. All right, bro. So those were our top 10 drivers. Driver today. My pick is Lando Norris, and your pick is Max
Bias.
Verstappen. Fuck off.
I'll go with Verstappen. I'll go with Max.
Yeah,
I'll go
no,
with Max.
my pick is gonna be Lando Norris. Loser of the day. Not an easy pick, eh? Loser of the day. Listen,
You know,
I'm not gonna pick Danny Rick. We're not gonna pick Danny Rick
I,
because,
all right. I wasn't even gonna mention Danny Rick. I'm gonna go with Ferrari, bro.
hmm,
I'm gonna go with my team Ferrari.
um, I'm gonna go with Red Bull to be honest for that.
I'm gonna go with my team Ferrari. Listen, Sainz, the way he crashed, bro.
Mhm.
Before the flying lap, Leclerc got his lap time deleted. Frustrating race.
Mm.
Ferrari. To me, it's an easy choice.
I don't want to listen. I'm gonna switch my pick. Listen, I don't want to pick Danny Rick for my loser of the day, but I'm gonna have to go with him, bro, because
Nah,
unfortunately.
why? Nah,
I'm gonna have to
bro,
go with him,
why?
bro. I'm gonna have to go with him because
You
again,
crazy, man.
no, man.
No,
Listen,
you crazy, bro. Nah,
unfortunately,
you're
bro.
wilding, man.
Unfortunately, bro. It's the saddest way to end a Formula One career like that. I'm gonna have to go with him, bro.
But
My
no,
apologies for that.
that's hard. That's harsh. That's harsh. That is so.
Just give me the Dick of the Day award, bro. I mean,
Okay, dick of the day to you then.
just give
Easy.
me for that. But
I'll give you dick of
um,
the day.
because I just didn't want him to finish his career on such a sour note. That's why I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to pick him for my
yeah,
for my
and you
loser of the day.
made it even worse for him.
It's just that's how I roll, bro. That's how I roll, unfortunately.
I don't think he sees this podcast, so I think you can get away with it.
No, he's not gonna see this, unfortunately, bro. I
He's
mean,
not,
it would be
he's not gonna
wild if
see
he
this.
sees this.
Yeah, I mean, if he see this, hello, Danny. Hello, Danny. Hope it was on your future
Bro,
endeavors, bro.
Danny, listen, Danny, bro, listen. Love you to bits, man. I didn't want to do this, but bear with me for this one, bro. Apologies. Bear with me for this one.
We love you, Ricky. We love you, bro.
You're a fucking legend, man. You
We
are
love
a
you.
fucking legend.
Aussie made. Land down under settings, bro. Always.
Honey Badger settings for the win.
Nah, but listen,
Uh,
my losers of the day, I'm gonna go with Ferrari.
and for Dick or Clown of the Day, not sure for that. Don't have
I
to be
don't
honest.
know.
I don't
Nah,
think I have.
nah, me neither.
Nah,
No,
we'll leave that null
pass.
and void. We'll leave that null and void though.
Yeah.
We look at our top 10, bro. Things are looking quite spicy for our first two spots. Max Verstappen on 331 points, and Lando Norris with 279 points. Charles Leclerc in third with 245 points. Oscar Piastri in fourth with 237 points. Carlos Sainz in fifth with 190 points. The two Mercedes in sixth and seventh, Hamilton and Russell with 174 points and 155 points. Sergio Perez in eighth with 144 points. Fernando Alonso in ninth with 62 points, and Nico Hulkenberg now overtakes Lance Stroll on point difference in 10th with 24 points. If we look at the constructors, McLaren extend their lead with 516 points. Red Bull in second with 475 points. Ferrari in third with 441 points. The gap is getting quite small there between those two teams. Mercedes in fourth with 329 points. Aston Martin in fifth with 86 points. Racing Bulls in sixth with 34 points. Haas in seventh with 31 points. Williams in eighth with 16 points. Alpine in ninth with 13 points. And Sauber still are at the bottom of the grid with 0
Zilch.
points.
Zilch, bro.
All right,
Nada.
guys, that is it. That is the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, guys, and thank you for this for those who are still listening to us. Make sure to follow us on our socials, as we mentioned at the start of this episode. The next episode is going to be in 3 weeks' time, where we head into Austin, Texas, for the American portion of the Formula One season.
We're going to Texas.
We're going to Texas,
This,
baby.
this, this ain't Texas.
No,
Ain't no
no,
hold up.
no, no,
It
no,
goes
no,
out there,
no,
out
no,
there,
no, no,
out.
no, not this race. No, no, hell no, not that race, not that song. Sorry, not that song. To be fair, a great race, bro. A
No, it
great
is.
race. To be
Austin
fair,
is nice. It
it's
is
a
nice.
lovely
But
race.
I just remember the song though.
No,
I
fucking hell.
I don't like it, but I know you hate it, so that's why I sang it.
Shit song, disgusting song.
Love you, bro.
Anyhow,
Love you.
guys, Austin is gonna be our next race. That is guaranteed gonna be an exciting race because that track is one of my favorite modern tracks of the F1 calendar.
Kota.
And
Kota.
let's just hope we let's just hope we have a tasty race come in 24 days time. And with that, we're gonna sign off. Hope you have a great weekend, guys, and the
Yeah,
rest of
have
the
a great
week.
weekend,
And
boys and
with
girls,
that,
always.
it's adios, and we see you for the next one.
Thank you very much, guys. Good night, sweet
Peace.
dreams, and take care. Happy weekend.